possession.
Well, you've got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general. Is looking for early offense. These teams no different.
So look at the starters for the Wizards. They've got Chris Middleton. George is out there with Sarr. Then there's Smart, and it's Carrington in at the two-guard spot. Now here's Middleton. The shot's good on the assist by George.
If he's making shots like that, the teammates want to feed that confidence. Middleton with a sweet stroke.
Hartenstein with the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein with the screen on Smart. Gilgeous-Alexander.
Great timing on the rejection there. This young kid, Sarr, has major defensive potential.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. Second shot opportunity. That one, no good. Good work defensively by Smart. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much. I was able to talk with Mark Dagnall for a minute. Now, the two of us talked about how important it is to make sure Chris Middleton doesn't get going. Coach said he's an all-star caliber player for a reason. Now, I told our guys to make sure we know where he is on the floor at all times. Now, it sounds like they respect and are aware just how impactful Middleton can be. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, David. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. We've seen a quick start here for the Wizards. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. Hartenstein can't get it to go.
Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Well, it's no secret this Washington team is in a rebuilding phase. But Brent, they've collected some assets.
And they got some flexibility here, Kevin, and they made the call to start over. They took some other players that other teams didn't want, along with some draft picks, which sometimes you have to do when you're bottoming out. They have a good toolbox to rebuild, though.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Now, here is George. Wizards passing it around. Sarr gets the bucket.
Already expanding his game. Sarr trying to get better at attacking quickly off the pass.
Dort passes to Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. Over Smart. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
Here's Carrington. From outside the arc, it's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Thunder trailing by 8. Williams with a clean look. Good on the triple.
Oh, nice job there from Holmgren. His guys appreciate when they're open, he gets them the ball.
Outside, Smart. Pulls it up. That ball, nice feed that time from George.
I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot. Again, his teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Holmgren. Hartenstein finds Holmgren. Just 5 to shoot. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. From outside, off the mark. Here's Smart. Middleton with it. Williams picks him up. Middleton the pass to George. Lets it go with a 3. drains the three-pointer.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander following the three-pointer by Washington.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart, the other one playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Thunder trailing by 13. Outside, George hits it from three-point range.
Well, if you're looking for a 3 and D player, Dort plays D, and there's your 3.
Here's Smart. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Smart's got 5 points so far. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander against Smart. A 3-ball. He's off on that one. Here's Carrington. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
So the Wizards 5 right now. We've got Rashawn Holmes. Jordan Poole is out there with Johnson. And it's Vukcevic in at the 4 spot. Here's Vukcevic. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, when you can score the ball and the defense makes adjustments your way to do that, Poole has to take advantage like that.
Joe passes to Caruso. From past the arc. And Vukcevic pulls it down. Washington leading now by 13. Greg, it's not the first skill you think about, but Jordan Poole is unreal at the foul line.
I mean, led the league in 22 at 92.5%, beating out teammate Steph Curry by 0.2%. Poole's always been amongst the league leaders in attempts.
And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here.
Well, somehow they kept possession of the ball after that poor pass. They should be very thankful that wasn't a turnover.
Here's Champagnie, defended by Caruso. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by, Wallace outside. For the 3, hits the three-point bomb. Wallace has got it back down to within single digits for Oklahoma City. Johnson with the screen on Williams. Johnson outside. Pass to Holmes. Back to Johnson. Takes a 3. Thunder with the rebound. Wallace right side. Here's Williams. Lets the 3 fly. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. And so Poole will bring it up for the Wizards. Jacks up a 3. And another miss by Washington. Thunder trailing by 8. On the wing, Wallace. Inside, here's Williams. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Williams has got his second basket of the game.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
The Wizards with another miss. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Caruso looking for an opening. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
Now here's Williams. He has yet to score. Caruso, no good. Pass to Champagny. Johnson for three. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Easier to go strong to the hoop, but I tell you what, when you feel it, take it from deep.
Here's Joe. Williams a screen. Now here's Caruso. Fires the three. Traps in the tray.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitors.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Johnson, a wide open look, trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Thunder trailing by 6. Wallace with the ball, and it's Johnson picking him up. Wallace misses. For Washington, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Here's Champagny. They get it back. The kick out to Poole. Pass to Vukcevic. Clock at 4. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Shot is good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Wallace.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Here's Johnson. The kick out to Poole. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
And just another weapon that Jordan Poole has in his offensive arsenal.
Now here's Caruso. Misses the three. Pass to Vukcevic. Lets it go from deep. Sinks the triple. And now a 9-point Washington lead.
It does so much out there to stretch out the defense when he's out on the perimeter. He drains the triple.
And so it's Washington in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense hit. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Without question, Chris Middleton displaying his skills today.
Yeah, there is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, I don't know if you have enough game plans to slow him down. How do you guard a guy that good?
Before in the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at small forward. And that's who Mark Daigneault starts the second half. Holmgren with the steal. And the Thunder pushing it up now. On the wing. Williams can't hit. Wizards leading by 9. Well, Brent, we had to wait a year for it, but Chet Holmgren had an incredible rookie season.
And I don't think any talent evaluator is surprised at the way that Chet came in his first year and was able to contribute and sometimes dominate in the ways that he did. So coming back healthy, making that immediate impact, Chet Holmgren is going to be a superstar in this league.
It's Dort on the wing. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. To the inside. Hartenstein passes to Dort. 4 on the clock, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
What's Dort out there? 215, 220 at the guard position. He'll throw it around.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throw of the game here.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
Pass to Carrington. And again, Washington no good. They're trailing by 6. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line. It's going to be on Alex Song.
Dort not afraid to use his size and to play with that kind of physicality.
So he comes up empty at the line. Wizards leading by 6. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thank you. Jalen Williams is a do-it-all dynamo for the Thunder. Coach Mark Daigneault said, "We've cross-matched him onto centers. He'll shift him to a point guard. It's hard to explain how impactful that is for you. You have a great offensive player that you're also moving all over the lineup." Kevin?
DA, the versatility. That is pretty special.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. Trailing here by 8. To the paint. Smart with the steal. Here's George. And George with the stuff.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage. One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And here's Smart. He has 5. A pointer. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Here we go, one-on-one. Pass to Williams. And Williams with the stuff.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points.
So much fluidity from Sarr, going right at the rim with that slam.
And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there for the Wizards. Here's Vukcevic. Jones in the post, defended by Caruso. Johnson attacking. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Here's Wallace. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Wallace has got 8 points.
Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition, no one's on you, great shot there.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Williams passes to Joe. Wallace outside. Teardrop shot. Here's Caruso. A three-pointer off the mark. Wizards leading by 6. And Jones has it in the corner. The kick out to Poole. Drills the three-pointer. He has 7.
And Poole is such a tough and dynamic three-point shooter. He's comfortable firing from anywhere.
Washington foul. Johnson. First personal foul. 13 foul.
Ball stolen. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. The Wizards shooting their first free throw of the contest.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
Poole, the pass to Johnson. And Holmes throws it down.
And this is a lot of times what you see from Richaun Holmes available around the rim.
Wallace against Johnson. And Wallace slams it in.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it. Now, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Here's Caruso. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. So on the floor for Washington, Jordan Poole is out there with Johnson. Then it's Jones. Then there's Rashawn Holmes. And it's Vucevic in at the 4-man position. Caruso kicks to Williams. Takes it inside. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
And it seemed like throughout this game, right after the jump ball, they've just been feeling it from distance, getting all the looks they want and continuing to take advantage of that 3-point line.
Kicks it out to Jones. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Goes up. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
They start that play with aggressive defense, finish with aggressive offense.
Well, a lot of times coaches will tell you that if you play great defense, you're going to get a reward. It's a good possession all the way around.
6 to shoot. Pass to Johnson. There's a good screen. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Wizards lead by 13.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And the Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. Gilgeous-Alexander against Smart. They get it back. Holmgren wide open. To the middle. Outside, Dort. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And so it's Washington with it. Here's Carrington. Shoots over Dort. And it's Carrington missing. Thunder trailing by 11. From downtown, it's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Dort can't be streaky, but man, when he gets in a rhythm, they're going to start to find him.
Here's Carrington, defended by Dort. Outside for George. Pass to Middleton. George sets a screen for Middleton. That ball's nice feed that time from George. George has got his 4th assist in this one.
And that kind of consistency from Middleton from 3, that's huge.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander against Smart. Holmgren finds Gilgeous-Alexander. The offensive rebound. Outside, Dort. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. It's Dort on the wing. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with a screen on Middleton. The shot by Williams, no good.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
And he commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
We've got 1:18 left in the game. And he gets the bucket.
Now, once again, he's getting it rolling. His confidence is building, makes that shot almost impossible to stop.
Tipped away.
And clearly
We will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Wizards.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for George.
So sharp on the passing tonight. You know, guys can get into a rhythm that way too.
Pass to Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Guarded by Smart. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren sets the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren kicks to Dort. Goes back up, driving the lane. Here's Hartenstein, and the dunk by Hartenstein. And it's Smart with the ball for the Wizards. 11-point game. Pass to Carrington. Puts up a three. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
3 points.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. No good. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. This was a very strong showing. Thank you, David.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak be back in the kiss. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for it.
want to run. So in that case, a lot of it comes to which team wants to run back on defense. You can't just outrun people one way. There's going to have to be a lot of intelligence and patience out on the floor tonight.
Now a look at Detroit's starting lineup. Down low, it's going to be Harris and Duren. Tim Hardaway is out there with Cunningham. And it's Thompson in at the 3 spot. Here's Cunningham. Lays it up. Banks it in.
And getting up close and personal, Cunningham knows he can get his shot to go inside.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Pass to Dort. Holmgren with a screen on Hardaway. Dort, the pass to Holmgren. Good on the shot.
And you know, as a roller, Holmgren shows great hands, and he makes nice adjustments moving downhill.
The Pistons have had quite a few high lottery picks of late, Stan. However, they haven't had much success yet.
Well, Brian, you know, sometimes it takes a lot of time. Some teams will come together quicker. Some players and some teams need more time to develop. Detroit's just got to keep adding to what they have and continuing to develop the players that are already in their system.
And a great fan base in Detroit, starving for victories. So it's Oklahoma City now. The Pistons getting their last shot to go.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And now we go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to talk with Mark Dagnall.
I asked him what's the key to slowing down Cade Cunningham. Coach said, quote, not letting him get clean looks inside the arc. Cade is a terrific mid-range shooter and a solid finisher inside, so we just have to get a hand in his face on every shot. Limiting his production could be the difference in this game.
And Allie, thank you for that.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without fouling.
Yeah, an amazing find. How about the patience from Dort? Waits for his man to get open and feeds him.
Out to Harris. Hardaway on the wing. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander on the drive.
All it takes is a sliver of daylight, and Gilgeous-Alexander will exploit it.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Cunningham. Back to Hardaway. From the arc. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Hardaway's got 5.
And for a younger guy, Cunningham's vision is impressive. He's always watching the floor.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Tipped. Pass to Hardaway. From deep. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. And it's 6'10". Jalen Duren is an incredible athlete for his size.
Yeah, he's got a lot of bounce, which helps him as a rim protector, rebounder, and lob threat. Plus, he's got quick feet, and he's able to guard smaller guys on the perimeter.
Now here's Hardaway. He's got 5. That gives him the lead.
Good work down low. I mean, I like how confident Thompson is from this area.
The Thunder have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Hartenstein a screen. Inside. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. Dort against Hardaway. Back to Dort. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 to shoot. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gilgeous-Alexander lifting off and hammering it down with all he's got.
Williams against Thompson. Cunningham, a screen on Williams. Kicks it out to Cunningham. the drive. And the layup is good. Cunningham's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, strong player mentally. Cunningham showing the physical strength on that play.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Hartenstein. Boy, they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but still coming up empty. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Pistons.
Well, a lot of times you'll hear coaches yell, get the ball inside, and you can see why. Good things happen when you get the ball into the paint.
They've also been quick to set up their teammates, wasting no time making the extra pass for the open look.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second. They've got Jaden Ivey. Paul Reed is out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then it's Malik Beasley. And it's Schroeder in at the 1 spot. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Well, the Pistons have struggled despite the improvement of their young cornerstone, Cade Cunningham. He said, quote, "This league rewards winning. People are going to say everything I'm doing is empty and meaningless until I win games. That's what I plan on doing, and once I do that, all the other stuff will come with it." Guys?
That's a great perspective to keep right there, Allie. Thank you.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Wallace. Williams, a screen on Ivey. Wallace, the pass to Williams. To the middle. Shoots over Stewart. And Williams gets the bucket on the assist by Caruso.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Here's Schroeder. Pass to Beasley. Ivey outside. Back to Beasley. Tipped away. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. So it's Detroit now. Stewart finds Beasley. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Reed. And he throws it down with one hand.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
And Stan, after starting his NBA career playing at center, the 6'8" Isaiah Stewart, more often now a power forward.
Yeah, look, Brian, he's improved as a shooter. He still looks more like an old-school big at the 4 spot, but he can step out and stretch the floor.
And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Such a wide open look. And now it's a 7-point Detroit lead.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Here's Mitchell. 2 points. That one goes.
Well, you gotta love the finger roll. Always looks so smooth.
Pass to Stewart. Here he goes. And finished off by Stewart.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. Back to Mitchell. Williams, a screen on Schroeder. Now here's Williams. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here.
Very difficult to slow him down defensively, especially when you have communication problems.
Oklahoma City shooting their first foul shot of the game. And, Coach, you took the Magic to the 2009 NBA Finals. Give us an idea of the different kind of pressure that exists in the finals.
Well, I didn't really feel as much pressure, but at the end of it, it was excruciating to get that close and to have a chance and then to lose in 5 games. Like, you know, even then going through it, that it's going to be hard to get another chance at it. So I would just sum it up and say excruciating.
Here's Mitchell. After the Pistons picking up a basket just moments ago.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Under foul. Mitchell. First personal foul. First team foul.
Picked by Reed. Schroeder with it. Guarded now by Williams. Schroeder can't get it to go.
Oh, nice job protecting the rim. Turning an easy bucket into a miss.
Outside Mitchell. Outside Williams. Caruso outside. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Mitchell. Fires from deep. And another miss by Oklahoma City. The Pistons lead by 6. And here's Schroeder outside. Gets the 3 to fall.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Caruso. Rebound Detroit.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
And how about the leaping ability of Ivy? I mean, taking it all the way there to the rim.
Here's Wallace. To stop the run. Pass to Williams. Launches a 3. He drops it from range. Williams has got 5 points now this quarter. And so it's the Detroit Pistons up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. Get ready for the fan half-court shot. Trump line. They're measuring up the shot.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Without question, Isaiah Stewart displaying his skills today.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren the 4, Hartenstein the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
Detroit on D. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. The drive by Shea. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Defenders just clearing out, and Gilgeous-Alexander came in with a purpose.
And here's Cunningham outside. Hartenstein pulls it in. Hartenstein's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Cunningham. The 3. Cash from Cunningham on the 3-ball.
A pretty big component of Cunningham's game. He knows how to produce from the arc.
Dort against Hardaway. Holmgren with a screen on Cunningham. Back to Dort. 4-3. The rebound by Detroit. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Cade Cunningham has really been improving from distance. He said early in his career he was playing a lot of minutes, then stepping back to the NBA three-point line, he just didn't have enough legs in his shot. After his shin surgery, he redefined his form and strengthened his legs. Brian, he said it helped a lot.
That could be a silver lining of all that time off, Allie. Now here's Cunningham. Give him 8 points now. Yes, it's good.
Not an easy shot at all. Cunningham seems to have it early on in his NBA career.
Hartenstein with a screen on Cunningham. Pass to Holmgren. Fires the 3. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists in the game. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his first foul of the game.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. To the inside. And the dunk by Duren.
He is ferocious on alley-oops. With his good hands and wingspan, Duren makes for an easy target on the lob.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He has 6. Pass to Dort. Lets it go from deep. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. The Pistons lead by 11. Cunningham passes to Hardaway. And again, it's Detroit.
And what a read there from Cunningham, showing he has vision and timing with his passes.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, stolen by Harris. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's foul number 2 for him. And it's a completely new group for the Pistons. Here's Schroeder. This is the most they've led, 13 points. Here's Reed. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Reed's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Like a matador. Olé! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
He's such a clever player in pick and rolls. Gilgeous-Alexander is unpredictable and understands how to attack defenses.
Out to Beasley. Picked by Stewart. Down low. Shoots over Holmgren. Great D that time from Holmgren. Thunder trail by 12. Williams on the wing. Guarded by Reed. Gilgeous-Alexander against Beasley. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. Clock at 6. Over to the wing. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Hartenstein. Pass to Holmgren. Screen by Holmgren. To the paint with 1 on the clock. And the big finish by Holmgren.
Yeah, the defense making it way too easy for Holmgren. Gotta push him farther out than this.
Schroeder finds Stewart. Williams grabs the board. And it's Dort with the ball for the Thunder. It's a 10-point game. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Knocked away. Oh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander with the hammer.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Jacks up with 3. Oh, they get a hand on it. Detroit leading by 8. Beasley with it, and it's Dort picking him up. Outside Schroeder. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. And no good. The dry spell continues. Here we go, 1-on-1. And Hartenstein slams it in. Gilgeous-Alexander against Schroeder. And so it's Detroit leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Great shot select. And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. So it's the Thunder now. They trail by 6. And on the floor for Detroit here in the 4th. Thompson and Harris are the 3 and the 4. Cunningham is out there with Tim Hardaway. And it's Duren in at the 5, roaming the paint. Cunningham with the ball. Caruso covers. Left side, Hardaway. Thompson right side. Cunningham against Caruso. 6 to shoot. Cade taking it in. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to be on Alex Caruso. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for the Pistons.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
Another big factor for them has been their ability to get points off of turnovers. The easiest offense is created by good defense. And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need needed, and they need more of them.
Here's Cunningham. Cunningham showing the D no mercy.
I mean, he does everything on the floor. Cunningham always with max effort.
Caruso with it. Now Thompson defending. Wallace outside. Williams a screen on Hardaway. And he jams it home with authority.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
Yeah, he's very quick on his feet. You can see it when Cunningham's moving through the defense on his drives.
Caruso, the pass to Williams. And there is a whistle. That goes on Tobias Harris. That's his first foul. Wallace outside. Williams with the screen. Lets a three fly. Hits a three-pointer.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Here's Cunningham. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. And they're able to recover. Caruso left side. Outside, Williams. Outside for Mitchell. The three is up. The rebound by Detroit. Duran's got 9 rebounds now. Detroit leading by 4. And here's Harris outside. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Williams has got 4 rebounds in the game. The Thunder have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. And here's Cunningham outside. The offensive rebound. Here's Hardaway, and they go to the intentional foul. A line change here for Oklahoma City.
Personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the floor.
Kicks it out to Hardaway. Pass to Harris. Connects from downtown. Harris has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Always ready to fire. Give Harris a good pass. Tobias will get you an assist.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. The rebound by Detroit. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Duran finds Cunningham. Hoop poked away. Harris passes to Cunningham. Duran with a screen on Holmgren. 6 on the shot clock. And a foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his 3rd foul of the game. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Out to the wing. And stolen by Holmgren.
Not the best pass, guys. And the defense took full advantage.
Uses the glass on the layup.
These moments are important for Holmgren's development. He needs to keep sinking those big-time shots.
He gets the first, and that increases the lead to 6. And so both free throws good, and it's a 7-point game.
Taking care of business at the line, and he adds some cushion to their lead.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Now guarded by Duran. Offensive board. Hartenstein. Cunningham against Gilgeous-Alexander. Clock at 6. Hartenstein passes to Williams. 3-pointer off the mark. Detroit has gone 7 of 14 from the perimeter in this one. Pass to Duran. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. And the Pistons lead by 9.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Hartenstein with a screen on Cunningham. Back to Williams. Here's Holmgren. Got it.
He is such a smart player. Jalen Williams making people around him better. At this point, it just feels like it's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. The score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
so it's Detroit with the W. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
incoming talent. Scary to think, isn't it, how good they might actually be.
Young talent means, Kevin, they have to grow. And the way you grow is playing big-time games against other talented players. So what a great opportunity on both sides against quality competition to see exactly where you're at.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Inside for him, it's Harris and Duren. Cunningham is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Thompson in at the 3, the small forward.
Oh, don't you love how unselfish Marcus Smart is? Sees the open man, whips the pass over in just the right amount of space.
Nice move. Duren, no good. And it's Washington's ball. And Middleton kicks to Bay. Outside, Smart. Shot clock at 6. From deep. Thompson with the rebound. There's been a lot of turnover in Washington doors over the last few years. Where do you think they go from here?
I think the first thing they're looking for, Kevin, is obviously a cornerstone around which to build your team. Recently, it was Bradley Beal. Now they are looking for someone to step up and be their guy.
Washington's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks very much. Brian Keith gave me a few minutes to catch up. We talked about how dialed in he is on Cade Cunningham in this matchup. Coach told me the key is not to let him get into a rhythm early on. That might mean we have to throw different defenders at him. Maybe send them double teams too. Everything is on the table tonight. We'll see what they come up with for Cade. Guys?
Thanks, David. Duren with a screen on Smart. Cunningham's shot is off. For Washington, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. On the wing, Koulibaly. Outside, Smart. It's good from long range.
Well, though he's not known as a prolific three-point shooter, Marcus Smart takes his time, delivers. That's a big-time shot.
First personal foul. First team foul.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Smart against Cunningham. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Cunningham against Smart. Now, here's Cunningham. Tight defense on him. 5 on the clock. Hardaway passes to Harris. Bay pulls it in. The Wizards with the lead. Shoots the 3. Koulibaly, no good. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Duren sets the screen for Hardaway. He's looking for Duren and finds him. And Duren slams it in.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Pass to Koulibaly. Bay with a screen on Cunningham. Koulibaly, no good. The Pistons have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip.
Oh, and that's how you run the floor. Cunningham attacking the defense with confidence.
Harris outside. Duren a screen. And it's Tobias Harris with the 3.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Smart with the ball, picked up by Thompson. Smart dishes to Middleton. And 1:01 left in the first quarter of the game. Sarr's shot is off. Pistons leading by 6. Cunningham outside. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. .43 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Koulibaly. Back to Smart. Nice ball movement by Washington. Middleton on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Middleton with a screen for Smart. And that one drops. Smart's got 5 points so far.
How about that sweet touch on the jumper? Marcus Smart effortlessly connecting on that one.
Hardaway is screen on Smart. Cunningham kicks to Hardaway. And there's the foul. It's on Koulibaly. That is his first foul of the game.
Third team foul.
Here's Cunningham. Duran with a screen on Smart. Stolen by Smart. And that does it for the first quarter. Pistons lead by 4. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what stands out to you from the Pistons so far in this one?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
On the floor for Detroit. Read out there with Beasley. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. Then there's Jaden Ivey. And it's Schroeder in a point guard. And now I send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Obviously, the Pistons in the midst of a long rebuild. 2 seasons in a row at the bottom of the league standings. Last season, they had the worst record in this once proud franchise's history. That counts the record-setting 28-game losing streak that they had. It's pretty clear that this could be a long road back to redemption. Kevin?
Yeah, could is the operative word. This could be indeed. David, thank you. Just 5 on the clock. Ivy against Brogdon. The shot by Ivy, no good. Wizards trail by 6. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Poole, and stolen by Ivy. And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Schroeder.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Paul Reed. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Now here's Kispert. Covered by Beasley. Kispert, the pass to Poole. Back to Kispert. Takes the 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
That's tipped. Pass to Poole. Outside to Brogdon. Just 4 to shoot. It's good. This game is all even. Brogdon's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Beasley outside. From out on the wing, he knocks it down.
This guy, a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Poole the pass to George. Kispert setting the pick for George. To the left side wing. Lets it go. Kispert, no good.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Here's Stewart, and the dunk by Stewart.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Here's Kispert. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Kispert's got 5 now. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Schroeder against Poole. Reed kicks to Stewart. And here's Ivy. No scoring in this one. Clock at 6. It's rebounded by Poole. For Washington, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Looking back at the 2019 draft, Jordan Poole was picked number 28. And Doris, he's already experienced the highs and lows of the NBA.
Well, Kev, let's remember that was a stacked draft class, and I think what you've seen from Jordan Poole is this incredible ability to hunt shots, to be willing to be a focal point on the offensive end. Let's remember, he's won a championship in his career, and that's something you can never take away.
Brogdon inside the line. Pass to Kispert. Offensive rebound. Holmes. Now here's Kispert. Guarded closely. And Corey Kispert is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense. They anticipated the play and got there first.
Marcus Sasser's checked in for the Pistons. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Fires for 3. Washington with the rebound. For 3, Brogdon's good on the three-point shot. He has 6.
There's so much confidence right now with Malcolm Brogdon. The catch and shoot, so pretty.
Sasser finds Beasley. Now here's Ivy. Beasley with the screen on Brogdon. Beasley inside. Buried from outside.
2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
Heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off inside.
And they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand scheme, but the replay process is...
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Kind of like what Isaiah Stewart has done in this one, guys.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
We've got Bilal Coulibaly. Chris Middleton is out there with Bay. Then it's Marcus Smart. And it's Czar in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's who Brian Keefe starts the second half with.
And it does a world of good for them to have Harris getting busy inside. Gives them that inside-out edge they're looking for.
Here's Bay. And he hits it to tie the game up. Bay's got 6 points.
Boy, you can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
And the challenge defensively is to find Cunningham at all 3 levels. He can beat you at the rim. He can beat you from 30 feet out and everything in between.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Jalen Duren, a physical specimen, is improving the finer points of his game, including his vision. He said, I feel like I've always been a good passer. I've developed more of that as my young career has gone on, understanding the league better and how to win. Kevin?
Yeah, you know, it takes time, but nice to see his development.
I'll tell you, Tim Hardaway Jr. has shown signs of being a lights-out scorer, and he's got the game to do just that.
Pass to Coulibaly. Back to Smart. Bay with the screen for Smart. Coulibaly with it. Bay wide open, and he fires. And again, Washington with the triple.
Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
Cunningham dishes it to Thompson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Cunningham on the wing. Guarded by Smart. Cunningham passes to Thompson. Right side Hardaway. 4 on the shot clock. And Jalen Duren picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Washington has gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. Here's Sarr. A miss that time. Would have put him up. The Pistons leading. Cunningham outside. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half.
And really that driving lane exists in part because of Harris's ability to be a sharpshooter from deep.
Hey, gets the bucket.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Down low. Very pretty alley-oop layup. And the Pistons lead by 3.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
And slam dunk by Harris.
How about that finish by Harris? He sees his opening and does not hesitate to rise up and be free.
Nice shot by Smart.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And a wide open look for Cunningham. And Detroit again with the bucket.
And since halftime, this has become an intense ball game.
They are getting after it hard. It has become a real battle out there.
Middleton on the wing. Outside, Smart. He's looking for Middleton and finds him. And a wide open look for Sarr. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
Well, Sarr continues to develop that three-point shot, hoping to make it a reliable part of the
he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
They got very fortunate there, guys. They should just take their time on offense and not try to force things.
And the Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. Holmes setting the pick for Poole. Outside for George. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Malik Beasley.
First personal foul.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
The mid-range game has been there for them all game long, and that old school approach still getting it done in this one.
I also like how they've played in the painted area. They've made an effort to work on the inside and convert those chances.
Schroeder finds Reed. And here's Ivy, guarded by Poole. Ivy against Poole. The shot by Ivy, no good.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's Brogdon. Back to Poole for the tie. And it's Reed pulling it down.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
Here's Schroeder. The shot will not fall. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. It's Detroit. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. We've got Reed. Jaden Ivey is out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Malik Beasley. And it's Stewart in at the 5 down low. Brogdon kicks to Kispert. Kispert setting the pick for Brogdon. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And so Poole will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. It's a 5-point game. The shot by Brogdon, no good. Detroit's gone 3-6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Beasley with a clean look and another three for Detroit.
We know Mr. Beasley wants to drain it from distance, especially if you give him any kind of space.
For three, Kispert. The rebound by Ivy.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
And Brogdon, here we go.
What a nasty finish from Malcolm Brogdon. My goodness, go to work.
Pistons leading by 6. Schroeder outside. Kicks it out to Beasley. Reed a screen. Beasley dishes to Reed. Back to Beasley. Softly drops in the floater. Beasley's got the lead up to 8 now for Detroit.
How about the delicate floater by Malik Beasley? Such a tough shot to get a piece of.
Pass to Kispert. Here's George. Outside to Brogdon. Poole, a screen on Schroeder. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's the big, strong, physical body of Malcolm Brogdon, able to take the contact and still get a shot off.
And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Sars checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Bay comes in for George. Chris Middleton's checked in for Corey Kispert. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Jordan Poole. Here's Middleton. It's Brogdon on the wing. Middleton with a screen for Brogdon. Outside for Smart. The tray. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in.
Well, Marcus Smart stays ready for these moments when his number is called, the ability to deliver a big-time bucket.
Duran with a screen on Smart. Cunningham passes to Duran. The kick out to Cunningham. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. And the Wizards making a change here. Koulibaly's checked in. And so it's Detroit with the ball. They lead by 4. Smart against Cunningham. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Thompson. Rejected by Brogdon.
Always fun to watch Malcolm Brogdon guard a little bit. Send it back.
Here's Bay. Outside to Brogdon. Back to Bay. And stolen by Thompson. There's the lob to Duran.
That's just good fundamentals from Cunningham. When a guy is that open, you gotta get it to him.
Smart goes in. Here's Koulibaly. Outside for Smart. And again, Washington with the triple.
I tell you, Marcus Smart, ready to deliver under duress, tough situation. What poise.
Pistons leading by 3. Cunningham on the wing. Guarded by Smart. And here we go, the Wizards fast break.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Here's Cunningham. Pistons passing it around. Thompson.
Great timing on the rejection there. This young kid, Sar, has major defensive potential.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Bay. Cunningham outside. 5 to shoot. Money!
Oh, that is big time by a big-time player. Cunningham loves the moment.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. And here's Brogdon from the arc. Yes! And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
and confidence. Malcolm Brogdon with the big bucket.
Cunningham inside, guarded by Smart. Now Cunningham. Harris setting the pick for Cunningham. For the win. Oh, couldn't sink the shot, and we're going to overtime. And regulation. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. Here's Smart. Thompson and Harris are their forwards. Cunningham is out there with Hardaway. And it's Duren in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Detroit's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Hardaway goes in. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Well, there's big-time athleticism when you're talking about Hardaway. Puts it on the deck and relentless move to the cup.
He gets it in there.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his 5th foul. Cunningham against Smart. Cunningham's shot is off. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Smart with the ball. Now defended by Cunningham. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That is his first foul of the game. Asar sets the screen for Middleton. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And we talk about Middleton's accurate shooting often, but they are reminding us of his dunking ability as well.
Harris outside. Duren trying to break free. Harris, good. Harris has got it all tied up now for the Pistons. For Washington, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor as we've gotten this overtime period underway. In the corner, it's Coulibaly. Middleton looking it over. Back to Coulibaly. They get the rebound. A second chance effort. Here's Sarr. Brogdon outside. 6 on the shot clock. Outside for Smart. There's the 3. Here's Sarr. Back to Brogdon. Beyond the arc. Bangs home the trifecta. Brogdon's got the lead up to 3 now for Washington.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Fires the 3. Rebound by the Pistons. Thompson passes to Cunningham. Here's Harris. It counts. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Time and time again, Harris stepping up with plays to help his team. That guy is a gamer.
Here's Smart. In the corner, it's Sarr. Offline with his 3. And the Pistons with possession here. Cunningham looking it over. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline.
Harris setting the pick for Cunningham. The 3 won't fall. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
And an intentional foul right there.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. In both at the line. It's a 3-point game.
Well, it doesn't get much bigger than that. A perfect trip to the line to give them the critical three-point cushion. What poise.
And J.B. Bickerstaff has called a timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. What do you think we're going to see here?
And only one choice here. They need a three. I'm sure he's going to sub in all of his best shooters. Under 2 seconds remaining. It has to be a catch-and-shoot three.
Thanks so much, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beer. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
right, BA, but we're not doing that. We're out here on the court, and we want to see guys going at it. Tonight, given where these teams are, can the underdog step up, rise up, and get an unexpected win? We're going to find out.
A look at the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4. Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the small forward position. Drains the triple.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
Knocks down the triple.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
He's got the ability to do damage inside and out. SGA's not going to miss that.
On the wing, Bay. Middleton with a screen on Holmgren. Bay, good.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
And Grant, when you play the Wizards, you better be ready to run.
BA, they like to speed you up. They force you to play at their pace. And on the flip side, that gives you open floor opportunities as well.
Just 5 on the clock.
Those kind of dunks get your team going, and Lugens Dort applying the pressure.
Washington has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Shots good by Sarr.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Hartenstein out to the right wing. Hartenstein with a screen on Bay. Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. Snatched away. And a fast break now for the Wizards. Outside for Bay. Launches it. That's in. Coming off an assist from Smart. Smart has got 4 assists in the game.
Ooh, man, Bay, that was deep.
The Thunder have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Now here's Smart. And stolen by Williams. Holmgren with it. Guarded now by Smart. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And not a good idea to take a nap on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and that athleticism. So much power. Way to get up.
Smart for 3. Doesn't go for him. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 5 of 6. They're rolling. Dort outside. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Offline with a 3.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's Coulibaly. Sarr. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, this is exactly what you want to see from Sarr. Owning the glass and then finishing the play.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Hartenstein. It's stolen by Smart. And a fast break now for the Wizards. And he makes it on the layup.
Outstanding energy from Smart. I mean, pushing himself to get up the floor.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. It's a 3-point game. Holmgren with a screen on Smart. Inside. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Washington's gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. And there's the whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul. Gilgeous-Alexander against Smart. Middleton outside. Outside Coulibaly. No good on the triple. Thunder trail by 3. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Now guarded by Bay. He got it. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. Washington shooting their first free throw of the game.
Utility guys like Sadiq Bey can be very valuable assets. He really makes the effort to give you a little bit of everything out there and try to make a difference.
Smart passes to Middleton. Takes a three. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
It just
and so it's Washington closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. We'll be right back with you shortly. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
They've really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on fast break stuff.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going in the second. Williams is out there with Kenrich Williams. Then it's Alex Caruso. Then there's Mitchell. And it's Wallace in at the shooting guard position. Shot clock at 6. Williams passes to Wallace. And here's Caruso outside. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams. Here's Brogdon. Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. Off the mark there with a 3. Thunder trail by 10. Mitchell, the pass to Wallace. Now here's Mitchell, defended by Kispert. Pass to Vukcevic. And stolen by Caruso. And a fast break now for the Thunder. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down. But when he gets room like that, you got to look out. Have to get out on him. He'll burn you from there repeatedly.
Mitchell against Brogdon. To the wing on the left. Puts the move on. And Holmes with the block.
Well, Holmes' great job defensively, just being in the right spot.
And here's Kispert from the arc. Kept alive. Takes the 3. Pass to Carrington. Here's the 3. Knocks down the long J. And the Wizards lead by 14.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's Mitchell. It's rebounded by Washington. Kispert outside for 3. Williams grabs the board. Thunder trail by 14. To the middle. Here's Wallace. Off with the layup.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Pass to Brogdon. Here's Vukcevic. This one for 3. Outside for Brogdon. From downtown. Pure from three-point range. Brogdon's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, everything in sync right now for Brogdon. Nice base, good timing, good release.
Well, Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint. But if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gets help, they often end up with easy looks inside. These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
We hear players proclaiming their love for the game, but former sharpshooter J.J. Redick said there's a distinction between loving the competition itself and loving the game and everything that goes into that. Guys say, I just want to play. Well, do you want to do all of the necessary things that lead up to that? Hey, Brian, 15 NBA seasons for Redick. He'd know.
He certainly would. Thanks, Allie. And Williams drops them both. And we've got 1:18 left in the first half. Outside Brogdon. Puts up a three. Williams grabs the board. Thunder trail by 18. In transition. Caruso outside. Beyond the arc. And Vukcevic pulls it down. And it's Brogdon with the ball for Washington. 46 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Carrington. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Here's Wallace. And another miss by Oklahoma City. Washington leading by 18. Here's Carrington. He's got 6. Three-pointer, Kispert. No good. 3 for 7 shooting so far. Oklahoma City has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Now the Wizards in transition. Here's Carrington. Fires for 3. Hits the trifecta. Carrington's got 9 points now in the quarter. From deep three-point land. And that's not going to go. A big-time effort for Corey Kispert, providing a lot of energy for Washington. He's found his range, hitting 3 triples in the quarter. Back after this.
And now, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Run, please. They're thinking about the shot.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Corey Kispert, what a contribution.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Sadiq Bey out there with Sarr. Then there's Bilal Coulibaly. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Smart in it to 1. That's the group starting the second half for Brian Keefe. Gilgeous-Alexander against Smart. Shot clock at 5. Fires the 3. And Gilgeous-Alexander gets the 3. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9.
SGA doesn't rely on the 3 to get his points, but man, when it's falling, watch out.
Pass to Middleton. Kicks it out to Smart. Now Coulibaly. And stolen by Hartenstein. Some room here for Williams. Cash money on the open jump shot. He's got 5.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
Here's Sarr. He's guarded by Hartenstein. Hey, from long range. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. From undrafted to a key rotational player. Lou Dort's story is definitely inspirational, Brent.
This guy has worked so hard to make himself into an NBA player. But I will tell you this, B.A., he's never not believed that he wasn't one. And Luguentz Dort continues to make improvements, and the guys on the team love the way he approaches it.
And that one's good. Coulibaly.
And that's a nice pass from Bey, willing to do whatever he can to help his team.
Thunder trail by 19. And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. And yep, it's good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points in the quarter.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
Here's Smart, driving to the basket. Outside for Bey. It's Middleton on the wing. Williams defending. Bey from long range. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. The Thunder have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. Here's Sarr. Dort defending. Pass to Middleton. They set a pick. Now Coulibaly. Let's go with a 3. That's good. And so Middleton with the assist. Coulibaly's got 9.
Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
Now Now here's Dort. There's the triple. Sinks the tray.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Got a piece of it. Back to Koulibaly. Bay with a screen. Three-pointer. And again, it's Washington with a three.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
I don't like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
A new lineup here for Washington. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Holmgren drives in. Back to Williams. Pass to Hartenstein. Clock at 4. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Wizards leading by 20. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
1:02 left in the third quarter here. Washington shooting their second and third free throws tonight. And the first one at the line is good. So Oklahoma City ends up going with a new group. And so Brogdon nails both of them. The Thunder have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. The kick out to Williams. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Kispert on the wing. There's the three. They get it again. Outside for Brogdon. Drops in the three. Brogdon's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Good shooter from behind the arc. Selective when he does it. Love how Brogdon lets that one fly. His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Holmes passes to Kispert. Holmes, a screen on Caruso. Goes back up. 6 to shoot. Pass to Carrington. Kispert with the ball. Caruso covers. Puts up a deep three. Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Ooh, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Three-pointer is up from Brogdon. No good there. And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all but over already. It's Washington. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. On the court for the Thunder. Mitchell out there with Cason Wallace. Then it's Williams. Then it's Williams. And it's Caruso in at the three.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Carrington no good. Now here's Williams. Out of bounds. It'll be Washington's ball.
Now that's 2 teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Mitchell against Brogdon. The three is up. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 6 rebounds here tonight. And here's Caruso outside. Buries it from 3.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Brogdon against Caruso. Kispert outside. They set the screen. The 3 ball sends it home from 3-point land.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the 3-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Picked by Holmes. 3-pointer. The Thunder with the rebound. Williams has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And here's Caruso outside. He buries it from 3. Caruso's got 6 in the quarter.
That's a shot he's going to bury, especially when left open.
Kispert outside. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Pass to Holmes. He puts up a three. Drills it from deep.
And Holmes does have this kind of range. He's really selective about when he'll shoot them, but he knocks that one down.
Mitchell, the pass to Wallace. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. And here's Kispert from the arc. Williams grabs the board.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, and that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Here's Kispert. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Man, the defender really went after him.
And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
Yeah, what stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
Their attacking of the offensive glass has also been a success story. All game long, they've been committed to finding those second chance opportunities.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Outside Koulibaly. Misses the three. The Thunder have got 2 of 8 shots to drop in the final quarter. Dort for 3. Offensive rebound. Hartenstein. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Puts up a deep 3. Oklahoma City gets it back. Pass to Holmgren. It's Dort on the wing. From behind the arc. Gets the 3 ball to go.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Wizards.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Smart. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Defense is right there. The 3. Knocks it loose. The Thunder shooting 36% for the game. Not great. There's 42 seconds left in the game. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. Williams misses. And Washington with possession. Pass to Bay. From outside the arc. That's in. Coming off an assist from Smart.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on. And that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going fully on display here.
And another miss by Oklahoma City. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our...
presentation. Coming into this game, Stan, it's clear who the media thinks will win. We've been reading about it and hearing about it for the last couple days.
Yeah, but Kevin, you know, none of us in the media know what we're talking about. It's just a lot of speculation. And look, it's a cliche, but it's also true. The games aren't won on paper, they're won out on the court, and anyone in the NBA can beat anyone else on a given night.
Which makes me look forward to this one.
Absolutely.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the small forward. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And moving with such speed, the quickness of SGA's drives, something to admire.
Cunningham kicks to Hardaway. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And you look at the Detroit Pistons, Stan, so much young talent, but the chemistry is a work in progress, clearly.
Well, it is, Kevin, and they're working on it, but it's hard with so many new faces, and they still need a second and third guy that they can build around. They've got a lot of good role players, but they need a couple more stars.
Duren, no good. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. I was able to talk with J.B. Bickerstaff for a minute. He said SGA has this special ability to lull a defender into a slower pace and then suddenly make a quick move that leaves everybody just standing there. Coach feels the attention has to be on him. He wants to force somebody else to beat them. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. Dort with the ball, picked up by Thompson. Dort misses.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Williams in the post, guarded by Hardaway, and no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Dort left side. Back to Holmgren. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Drills it from outside. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5.
The classic combo guard. Gilgeous-Alexander is effective in the two-man game, especially on that first option, taking it himself. Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now, here's Thompson. And a wide open look for Cunningham. It's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. He's got 5.
And you can play Cunningham on the ball, off the ball. He's really a generational talent, partly because of his versatility.
Dort against Hardaway. Dort passes to Williams. Holmgren sets the screen for Williams. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Goes up with a strike. Gets some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
How about the floor awareness by Gilgeous-Alexander? Solid at just spotting his open teammate.
Cunningham, bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Hartenstein with the screen on Cunningham. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Holmgren. Hardaway against Dort. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren against Duren. And he comes up with the deuce. Holmgren's got his second bucket.
I mean, length and skill. And Holmgren has a lot of both.
Harris tries in. And slam dunk by Harris.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 5. Holmgren dishes to Williams. From the arc. The 3. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists now in this one. It's Cunningham with the drive. And Thompson kicks to Hardaway. Pass to Cunningham. Out to Hardaway. Launches a 3. Tie game in Detroit. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, looking at what you've seen so far from the Pistons, what do you think?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. Williams is out there with Williams. And it's Mitchell. And it's Alex Caruso. And it's Wallace in at the 2. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And really, the line a season ago was just a battle for him. Just about a 72% free throw shooter.
Here we are, Stan, seeing more and more great international players in the NBA. And you've had a chance to coach some of the good ones as well.
Well, yeah, look, Kevin, you're right about the league now. We see every year, it seems like, the MVP is an international player. I had Hedo Turkoglu as a big part of what we did in Orlando, was the most improved player in the league one year and a key part of our team that made it to the finals. 6'10", highly skilled, very versatile guy. There are great players coming from everywhere in the world.
The Pistons lead it. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Waters passes to Beasley. No good with the triple. And it's Williams with the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Picked by Williams. Back to Williams. Pass to Caruso. Wallace outside. And it's blocked. Beasley up top. Scoreless thus far.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Caruso looking for an opening. Mitchell outside. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Now, here's Mitchell.
And relentless pressure from Ivy on the defensive side of the ball.
Caruso, no good. Pistons leading by 4. Ivy kicks to Stewart. Pass to Beasley. Stewart, a screen for Beasley. High, arcing shot. Thunder with the rebound. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Nice shot by Wallace.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Now here's Beasley. For 3. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Wallace down low, working on Beasley.
2 minutes.
Williams inside. Reed covering. Wallace against Beasley. And Wallace slams it in.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, These are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Thunder trailing by 5. As the son of 2 professional athletes, Stan, Jaden Ivey was raised around sports. He knows the culture.
Yeah, that's an understatement, Kevin. His grandfather and father both played professional football. His mom played in the WNBA. She's now a college coach, but she also spent some time as an assistant with the Grizzlies. This guy has had sports from the time he was born.
Pass to Williams. Williams sets a screen for Caruso. Wallace outside. It's hauled in by Stewart.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
Beasley with a clean look. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. 27 seconds left in the first half. Here's Mitchell. He can't get that one to fall. Some solid defense from Reed. Pass to Waters. Here's the 3. Connects from three-point range. And the Pistons lead by 8.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Here's Caruso. And he trains the 3, but let's see, they may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time.
To review the play.
Previous play is going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
He got it off in time. The replay leading a little down.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. The Pistons on top, leading by 5. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports.
23. Fans, please direct your attention now to center court. And get ready for the fans half-court shot. Give me a beat.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Cade Cunningham really making a difference here.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Thompson and Harris are their forwards. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Cunningham. And it's Duran in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Detroit right now. Another shot. It's good, and the Piston lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
The Pistons working the ball around now. Harris setting the pick for Cunningham. Shot from 12. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Harris has got his second basket. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Hartenstein. It's tipped. It's stolen by Cunningham. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
Yeah, how about that beautiful two-way play from Cunningham, turning defense into offense.
Holmgren sets the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. And yes, it's good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points this quarter.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Cunningham. Pass to Thompson. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Three-pointer. Thompson with the rebound. Pistons leading by 5. Cunningham passes to Harris. And a miss there on the triple. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Outside, George. This one for 3. He doesn't hit that one. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. To the middle, Duran. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Cunningham's got his 4th assist in this one. Thunder trailing by 7. Coach, it didn't take long for Cade Cunningham to establish himself as the leader of this team.
Well, Kevin, he's very mature for his age. He was put in a position with all young guys around him, so he had to step up. And I've never heard Cade Cunningham blame anyone else for the team's struggles. He's got everything you could want in a team leader.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Tobias Harris, over the course of his career, has played a lot at both forward positions. He says, I'm comfortable playing both. I'm not big on the position thing. I'm versatile. Kevin, he's just a basketball player and a very, very good one.
I would agree, David. I know you like him. We like him as well. A very skilled one at that. Thank you very much.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Holmgren sets the screen for Williams. Outside, Dort. Shot clock at 6. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Cade Cunningham.
And this guy just does everything. Scores, passes, good rebounder, just an all-around terrific basketball player.
So Detroit ends up going with the new group. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Kenrich Williams comes in for Holmgren. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Jalen Williams. And Wallace subbed in for Dort. Now Ivy. He lobs it up and stolen by Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander against Ivy. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. His 3-pointers off the mark. Detroit leading by 7. Here's Reed. Rebound by Williams. One-on-one fast break. And finished off by Williams.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
First team foul.
The officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so it's the Detroit Pistons bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And Oklahoma City, look at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. We've got Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams is out there with Williams. Then there's Wallace. And it's Caruso in at the 3, the small forward. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Into the lane. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And a 3-level score. That time, SGA takes it all the way.
And Thompson kicks to Cunningham. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And the Pistons lead by 8.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. It's deflected. Gilgeous-Alexander against Cunningham. A wide open look here for Caruso. Offensive rebound. Fires from deep. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Detroit leading by 8. Pass to Duren. Williams against Cunningham. Duren with the screen on Williams. Cunningham for 3. Here's Duren. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Goes up again. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Pistons.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
And one other thing, I love how comfortable they are looking to operate from mid-range. No qualms about taking those wide-open jumpers.
6 to shoot. Wallace kicks to Caruso. Launches it. Detroit with the rebound. Pass to Harris. A 3. Rebound by Williams. Under trailing by 10. Back to Caruso. To the inside. A jump hook. The Thunder with another miss. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Duren with it. On the wing, Hardaway. Wallace covering. Thompson passes to Cunningham. Driving inside. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. You know, Stan, we hear all the time about after timeout plays. About how many of those do teams really have at their disposal?
Well, you certainly have to have a few, Kevin. Coaches vary in their philosophy. Some coaches will draw them up on the fly. I was one, like a lot of guys, who wanted to have things that we've worked on that then we could go to. But that just depends on who you've got, how smart your guys are, how quickly they pick things up.
And you see that motion shot. Cunningham very consistent from distance.
Hartenstein finds Dort. Hartenstein with the screen for Dort. It's stolen by Cunningham. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Shot clock at 6. Gilgeous-Alexander against Cunningham. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Pistons leading by 19.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Pistons.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Cade Cunningham.
Well, just a fantastic job of distributing the ball. When you're able to see the floor like that and take advantage of what the defense gives you, it's huge.
13-5.
Duren with the screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Wasted no time on that one.
And you know they feel good, giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Cunningham against Williams. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Back to Holmgren.
And
In nailing the three there, he puts a lid on what's been a huge run by the Pistons.
And so it's the Pistons taking care of...
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beer. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him
What's the mindset tonight?
I think both teams come in thinking this is a very winnable game, and let's get ourselves on track by making sure we set the tone early. Listen, winning can be a habit, so can losing. One of these teams has got to get off the schneid.
And now the Washington Wizards starters. We've got Sadiq Bey, Bilal Coulibaly out there with Marcus Smart. Then it's Chris Middleton, and it's Sarr in at the 5, roaming the paint. Thompson, that falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham.
Good work down low. I mean, I like how confident Thompson is from this area.
And that one's good. Middleton.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
No, I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And Marcus Smart picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Cunningham against Smart. And it's Cunningham missing.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chipping.
Well, it was a tough season for the Washington Wizards, Graham. A franchise-low 15 wins.
You know, B.A., it started with trading away their star, Bradley Beal, before the season. But I like their new direction, prioritizing the future and developing talent. Hey, when he's hitting that shot, it really helps the spacing for this team.
And what happens is the court just opens up. You like seeing him get into a rhythm from outside the arc. Love it.
Here's Hardaway out left to the wing. Harris against Bay. Blocked!
And as Sarr gets older, he'll learn how to use his length even more.
Rebounded by the Pistons. Cunningham passes to Harris. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's his first trip to the line. The free throw drops for Harris.
Capable of playing both the 3 and 4 spots, Harris's versatility is his greatest strength.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Smart for 3. Can't get it to go, making him 0 for 2.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Now here's Coulibaly. That's in. Coming off an assist from Smart. Coulibaly's got 5 now.
Oh, don't you love how unselfish Marcus Smart is? Sees the open man, whips the pass over in just the right amount of space.
Off target with the open look.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Hardaway shot is good.
Well, we know that Tim Hardaway Jr. can space the floor. You don't want to allow him to start cooking.
And playing for his next contract, Tim Hardaway Jr. is motivated to get it going, Doris.
Well, B.A., his best skill is obviously that three-point shooting. When he's near 40%, the impact he can have on your ability to score is tremendous. The floor spacing he provides is critical.
Now here's Cunningham. Oh, got a piece of it.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
There's a minute 59 left to play in the first quarter. A shot from the high post. It's rebounded by Washington. Now the Wizards in transition. Smart with the ball. He's picked up by Hardaway. Pass to Coulibaly. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. That one on Thompson. Washington shooting their first free throw in this game. All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they were fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
Now here's Cunningham, still without a bucket. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Such an energetic play from Cunningham, going right up for the slam.
Smart passes to Middleton. Here's Coulibaly. Fires in the triple. He's got 11.
Well, he showed right there. This guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
Here's Cunningham. Here's Duran. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
You have to put a body on Duran. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
Smart for 3. And again, it's Washington with a 3. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Cunningham passes to Thompson. The fader. Cunningham can't get that one to fall.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Here's Smart going inside. Here's Coulibaly. That's in. Coming off an assist from Smart. Smart's got 3 assists now in this one.
And another one from distance. He's hot, and they keep feeding him.
Pass to Hardaway. Back to Cunningham. Outside Hardaway. Out to Thompson. Shot clock at 6. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First personal foul.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And he can't hit the second. Here's Smart. There's the 3. No good. Misses at the buzzer. Offense is coming free and easy as we wrap up the first. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
Ivy's out there with Malik Beasley. Then it's Paul Reed. Then it's Isaiah Stewart. And it's Waters in at small forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Here's Carrington. Tries the spin move. Back to Brogdon. The 3. Carrington, no good. Detroit has gone 3 of 3 from outside here in this one. Ivy passes to Reed. That one's good for 2. Reed's got his first bucket in this one.
Another lead change. Give these teams credit. They're really fighting it out.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's Carrington. Basket is good on the assist from Brogdon. Carrington's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Ivy, and there's the drive, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And this is what makes Ivy special, his ability to finish with power at the rim.
And George with the jam.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Now here's Brogdon. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's Carrington. Brogdon with a screen on Beasley. Carrington no good. Doris, you look at this Washington team. They hit the reset button.
B.A., I am sure that's not an easy decision to make, but I believe it was the right move. Washington was kind of stuck at that play-in level. Now they have a clear focus and direction on the future. May take some time, but I like the plan.
Here's Ivy. Pass to Stewart. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Brogdon from outside. And again, Washington with a triple.
Now, this guy is always under control. From the drive to the pull-up jumper, Malcolm Brogdon doing work.
Now Reed. It's tipped, and it's going to be out of bounds. Detroit will have another go.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Now here's Beasley. And that one is stuffed right through.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Here's Carrington. Off target from outside.
He's cold from distance here in the second quarter. May want to try a different approach moving forward.
Stewart outside. No good with the triple.
That's a look he couldn't pass up. He just couldn't get it to go.
Pass to Kispert. The 3, counted from distance. Kispert's got 6 points.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Here's Ivy. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pick. And coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge. He wants the officials to look at the replay.
At the line for 2, Ivy. The play will be reviewed under NBA rules.
game. The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Ivy with the ball. Now guarded by Brogdon. Here's Beasley. And Holmes pulls it down. Holmes has got 4 rebounds now. Carrington. Offensive rebound. Now here's George. Guarded closely. Here's Brogdon. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. And it's a 12-point Washington lead. Here's Ivy. Driving inside. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Oh, one of the better attackers of the rim. Ivy will not be stopped.
Oh, the shot no good by Kispert. The Pistons have gone 6 of 14 in the second quarter. Stolen by Holmes. Here we go, one-on-one. Kispert outside. Holmes, a screen on Ivy. Here's Carrington. Rips it home off a terrific move.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
And so it's the Washington Wizards going into the break up 12. And they've got a comfortable lead, in large part due to their three-point shooting. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Half-court shot, drum roll, please.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Without question, Bilal Coulibaly displaying his skills today.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Checking out the group for Brian Keefe to start the second half. We've got Marcus Smart, Sarr out there with Sadiq Bey. Then there's Bilal Coulibaly, and it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. Now here's Cunningham. Hardaway finds Harris. Spanked it in off the glass. Harris has got 7. And Doris, some use the term stocks to add up steals and blocks. Chet Holmgren and Victor Wembanyama's stocks are through the roof.
Well, in fact, since the turn of the century, only 5 rookies ever have averaged over 3, quote, stocks per game. Victor and Chet are both on that list. And listen, if you're a passionate NBA fan, you are so excited about these 2 young men. The size and the skill and the eye-popping things they're doing on a nightly basis. NBA is in good hands.
Hey, no good. Pistons trail by 10. Down low. Got a piece of it. Outside Coulibaly, right wing. Smart for 3. And Cunningham pulls it down. And so Cunningham will bring it up for the Pistons.
Well, let's see the vertical of Mr. Hardaway. Go ahead, sir. Pretty dunk.
Bay from long range. That's good. And it's Smart with the assist. Smart has got 4 assists in the game.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
And that one's good. Cunningham.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Here's Coulibaly. And it's Washington with another.
The fadeaway with no one on him. Looking for style points to go along with the real ones.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Brian. Well, in today's high-scoring NBA, every position has to be a threat. All-star Donovan Mitchell said, "We're getting away from the point guards who are just floor generals. It's passing and scoring that you're starting to see, and your level of scoring allows you to be a better playmaker. Teams have to respect that."
No doubt, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Coulibaly. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Pistons trail by 14. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling into the story. What do you got, Shams?
Hey, guys. The Wizards' #2 overall pick, Alex Sar, wanted to be in Washington, D.C., and his defense gets him on the court right away. Not to mention, the Wizards are in a rebuild, and if his offense comes along, he could be a foundational piece for this franchise. Everyone's excited to see the development of Alex Sar.
A big piece. Okay, Shams, thank you. Now, here's Hardaway. He's got 5. Harris' shot is good.
In so many ways, Harris can beat you. He has the size and skill to score from all 3 levels.
Smart against Hardaway from deep. Sar. The Pistons clear it. Cunningham looking it over. Wide open. Tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds. It'll be Washington's ball. And the Pistons going with a whole new group out there. 1:19 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Pass to Champagny. Launches it. The offensive rebound. Outside for Brogdon. Fires the 3 from deep. Brogdon.
Well, the highly valued corner 3. Brogdon, easy work right there.
Here's Ivy. Here's Beasley. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. Washington leading by 12. A deep 3. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
I love it. I mean, great ball movement by Ivy.
Here's Carrington. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
He's never going to pass up that shot. The defense giving him way too much room.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Stewart, the pass to Reed. And here's Ivy from the arc. It's rebounded by Washington. Holmes has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Carrington. Outside for Brogdon. Launches a 3. And the 3-pointer goes. Brogdon's got 11 points.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
1 second left. And so it's the Washington Wizards out in front by 19 going into the break. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Paul Reed. Ivy's out there with Malik Beasley. Then it's Isaiah Stewart, and it's Waters in at the small forward position. That's the group for Detroit right now. From deep 3-point range, and Reed pulls it down. Reed's got 5 rebounds in the game. Pass to Waiters. Stripped away. And a fast break now for the Wizards. Tips it up, controls the rebound and the putback. And the Wizards lead by 18. And taking a quick gander here at the hustle stats for the Wizards.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
And another theme in this game to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
And here's Ivy from the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc.
And something Ivy continues to improve. He's becoming a real threat from downtown.
Pass to Carrington. From the arc. The rebound by Stewart. Beasley for 3. And Detroit another 3.
Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Here's Carrington. He's guarded by Beasley. Lets it go from the wing. Carrington no good. Pistons trail by 15, and it goes out of bounds. That went off Kispert.
Extremely fortunate they didn't lose the ball there.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Bay against Harris. Good on the bucket.
And for Harris, it's about getting into a rhythm. Once he does this, he can take over games.
They get it back. Smart outside. Up top, Bay. Just 5 to shoot. Washington again can't hit. And here's Detroit. Good momentum. 8 straight points. Cash from Cunningham on the 3-ball.
You have to love their intensity right now, getting hot at the perfect time.
It took a shift in strategy, but it seems like they figured it out. Let's see if they can extend this run all the way to the finish. When you're not in rhythm with the 3-ball, why do you keep firing from there?
The teardrop. Cunningham going to work inside.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
Pistons trail by 11. And Marcus Smart picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
3rd personal foul. 1st team foul.
1:57 left in the 4th quarter. And here's Cunningham outside.
Well, that's outstanding footwork from Smart on the defensive end. A superb job staying with his man.
Jacks up a 3. And Smart nails the triple.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
That's tipped. Out of bounds. It'll be Washington's ball.
Out of bounds. And it's really tough to catch a pass from that distance. He's asking a lot of his teammates to reel that one in.
Wizards leading by 14. Pass to Coulibaly. And stolen by Cunningham. And the Pistons pushing it up now. For 3, here's Harris. And they'll get another chance. The 3-ball. And there's Cunningham on the assist from Hardaway. Cunningham's got 13 in the 2nd half.
Nothing left to do but to watch the clock tick towards 0. Nice victory here for the Wizards.
One area where they set themselves apart today, their aggressiveness in getting steals.
It really hindered their opponent all game long. And of course, it helped spark their own offense.
Cuts off the pass. Here's the break. Here's Sarr. Kicks it out to Smart. Fires from deep. Knocks it down from distance. And the Wizards lead by 14.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Cunningham. Sarr pulls it in. And it's Washington with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Kicks it out to Smart. Takes a 3. Rebound Detroit. And there's the rejection. 4-3. Offline. So we see the Wizards taking the W here. It ends up being a fairly easy run.
Cool.